Welcome back, dear soul. Today we journey into chapter 5 of the Bhagavad Gita, a chapter that speaks directly to a timeless question. Should I give up action and retreat, or should I stay in the world and act with wisdom? This is not just Arjuna's dilemma, this is your dilemma. This is the question behind every overwhelmed heart, every overworked soul, every seeker caught between duty and peace. Chapter 5 offers the answer, clear, empowering, liberating. You don't need to escape the world to find peace. You need to transcend your ego within the world. Let's explore. Action versus renunciation, a false conflict. Arjuna wants to know, is it better to renounce all action or to act with detachment? Krishna answers with clarity, both paths lead to freedom, but the path of action, when done wisely, is easier, purer, and more natural for most. Why? Because renunciation of action is not external. It's not about abandoning your home, your job, or your duties. It's about abandoning your attachment to results. You can wear a robe, sit in a cave, and still be attached. Or you can serve in the world, love deeply, lead fearlessly, and still be free. The wise do not escape life, they show up fully without being owned by the outcome. The mastery of detached action. True renunciation is inner freedom. Krishna says the enlightened ones act without selfish desire. They see themselves in all beings. They act with compassion, but not obsession. They are not driven by reward. They are not shaken by criticism. They are not intoxicated by success. They walk through the fire of life, unafraid, untouched, unshaken, because they know, I am not this body. I am not this emotion. I am not this role. I am the witness, the observer, the eternal soul. When you act from this awareness, your work becomes worship. Your motion becomes meditation. Your life becomes liberation. What does a liberated person look like? You don't need to guess. Krishna describes it clearly. The liberated person is calm in pleasure and pain, free from envy and greed, balanced in honor and insult, grounded in peace, even in the heat of conflict. They may live among people, they may have jobs, families, passions, but their inner state is not controlled by external events. Whether sitting in silence or serving in chaos, their heart remains still. Their soul remains free. This is not a fantasy, this is a practice, and it begins with clarity. The equal vision of the enlightened one of the most powerful ideas in chapter 5 is Samatvam, the vision of equality. The wise see a humble sage, a cow, an elephant, a dog, and a dog-eater as equal, not because they are the same outwardly, but because the divine spark shines within all. This is not just compassion, this is spiritual vision. It transforms how we treat others. No more judgment, no more arrogance, no more labels. Only love, only truth, only unity. When you see God in everyone, you walk the path of peace, letting go of the need to control. What is the source of most suffering, attachment, control, craving, resistance? Krishna teaches, the wise do not chase pleasure, nor do they run from pain. They accept life as it flows, like a river that carries joy and sorrow alike. This doesn't mean passivity, it means acceptance of what is. With awareness, you do your best, you show up fully, and then you let go. You don't let go because you don't care. You let go because you trust the divine process. That is freedom, the secret of inner joy. There is a happiness that comes from comfort, from food, applause, success, and praise. But Krishna reveals a deeper joy, a joy that comes from within, a joy untouched by the world, a joy that shines even when the world turns dark. This joy is called Brahma Nirvana, liberation in the spirit. It is not dependent on your mood. It is not stolen by setbacks. It is not given by people and cannot be taken away. When you live in alignment with your soul, you begin to feel this joy, not as a thrill, but as a quiet current under everything. This is the joy of those who walk the path of yoga, action without attachment, service without ego, love without possession. What this chapter teaches you today. So what can you carry from chapter 5 into your modern life? Stay in your job, but act with inner calm. Love your family, but release control. Serve the world, but surrender the outcome. Meditate, not to escape, but to anchor your awareness. This is not spiritual escapism. This is spiritual empowerment. The renunciate is not one who leaves the world, but one who is not owned by it. You can be in motion, yet centered. You can be in the world, yet not of it. You can be passionate, yet peaceful. This is the middle path. This is the way of the Gita, and this is the path of freedom. Last but not the least, the call to liberated living. Dear seeker, you don't need to run away to find peace. You don't need to stop everything to become spiritual. You don't need to renounce the world. What you need is to renounce your attachment to ego, to control, to outcome, to identity. And when you do that, even your ordinary life becomes extraordinary. You become a warrior of stillness, a servant of truth, a flame in the dark. So today ask yourself, can I act without clinging? Can I love without fear? Can I serve without ego? Can I live with joy, no matter what comes? If the answer is yes, even for one moment, then you are walking the path of liberation. You are living the wisdom of chapter 5. Hare Krishna, Om Tat Sat.